Hi, in this video I will make a short introduction to EvoLogics modem emulator called DMACE. First and foremost, why the emulator and why we developed it? The answer is pretty easy: to minimize development costs and simplify system integration. I hope most of you have an idea how testing and deployment in open water looks like. Several dozens of modems, large batteries, buoys, ropes, anchors, boats. So think about how much effort it takes to deploy modems on substantial distances and depths, and to go through all this only for some short software tests? Our answer was no. The modem emulator allows to code and debug without modem hardware, eliminating the logistics nightmare that some open water tests can become. So what are other benefits of the modem emulator besides minimizing costs for testing code? One is simple integration, as modems and the emulator run the common source code. This means we can run every version of modem firmware on top of the emulator. Another advantage is the same command set. Your software will not even notice if it is connected to an emulator or to a modem. Moreover, the emulator is accessible over the internet. We can run multiple emulators on our server and connect them remotely. And last but not least, of course, the real-time emulation. The structure of the emulator includes the two lowest layers of the OSI model, the physical layer and the data link layer. Instead of the actual physical layer and S2C5 protocol that controls it, we have a simulator of the acoustic channels phenomena. It simulates the signal propagation delay, data packet collisions and their detection, packet synchronization errors, the time difference of signal arrivals on the USBL grid. It also simulates movement and rotation of the virtual modems and as well as data from their virtual atomic clocks. On the data link layer, we have the data link layer emulator of EvoLogics DMACE protocol. Hence the name. DMACE is a shortened DMAC emulator. DMAC emulator enables the AT commands for modem control. In addition, there is a Linux kernel module that controls data exchange between the data link layer and the physical layer. These base functions are enough for a developer to perform integration with EvoLogics modems. For a developer, going from emulation to C trials means to simply change the IP address of a modem from emulated one to an interface of a real hardware modem. EvoLogics offers two types of emulators. First one is the DMACE online emulator, which runs on EvoLogics server. It works over a VPN connection to EvoLogics and allows to configure a network of virtual underwater acoustic modems remotely. Another type is the emulator box, which works offline. It allows to configure and run a network of virtual underwater acoustic modems within your local network. Let us start working with the emulator. Today I'm going to use the offline type, the DMACE box. I have it here on the table. So we can work with the DMACE box over Wi-Fi or Ethernet. I'm going to connect it through Ethernet. To turn it on, we have to connect the power cable and press the button for power on. By default, the static IP address of the box includes a unique identifier. You can look it up on the label and the back side of the box. In this case, it is 3. It is also listed in the box documentation. So the full static IP of the box will be 1078, box number, in this case 3254. Now we need to check the current configuration of the DMACE box and the emulated modems. Since we are connected to the box, we can now access the web-based utility to set up the box and check its status. To access the configuration utility, open your web browser and enter the IP address of your box: 1078.3.254. The login page appears. The standard credentials to login are listed in the documentation of the box. Login is admin, and the password is DMACE. What we see here is a list of nodes with numbers from 1 to 4. These are our emulated modems, nodes of a virtual modem network. As you can see, there are 4 of them. In the next column, we see the IP addresses of the modems and the open ports. Look, for example, at modem 1. Its IP address is 10.78.3.1 and the open ports are 9200, 9201 till 9207. The last 3 columns we see are the relative positions of modems. XYZ coordinates in meters. I will later show you how to move modems to simulate communication over large or short distances. What else we can do in the web configurator? First, we can change the number of emulated modems. So if I change 4 to 10, press set and restart the emulator, instead of 4 nodes, I see 4 of emulated modems. You can see it here, node 1 till node 10. Let us proceed. Next, we will learn how to connect to each emulated modem and how to configure the modems as well. We can connect to the emulated node as if it was a real modem with Ethernet interface. First option is to use the modem's web-based configuration utility. Just click the IP address of the modem on the DMACE configuration page. What we see is the standard modem configuration utility. The only difference to a real modem is a link to go back to the emulator's index page. In the modem configuration utility, we can change device settings, such as local address or remote address, etc. Or we can open advanced device settings and perhaps turn on NTP synchronization. Another way to configure an emulated modem is also another way to work with a real modem. This is to connect directly to the modem's IP address and its open port. In this case, IP is 10.78.3.1 and I connect to port 9200 using my netcat utility. What we can do here is the same. But I will use AT commands. This is, for example, to request the status using the command AT?S. So what we can see here is the local address 1 and the current acoustic link is initiation listen. So the modem is ready for transmission. And we can connect to modem 2 and modem 3 on the right side and try to send a message from modem 1 to modem 2. So we see here modem 2 received the message and the modem 3 overheard the message from modem 1 to modem 2. So as you can see, the command interface to work with virtual modems is the same set of AT commands that works with real hardware modems. So now let us jump to the interesting part. Okay, so we can configure the modem, we can send messages, but how can we change the modem's position and simulate its movement? To visualize positions of virtual modems, I'm going to use Synapse, the EvoLogics positioning software. I'm going to open Synapse and add 3 modems. One of them will be our USBL antenna with IP address 10.78.3.1 and port 9200. And I am going to add 2 transponders, transponder with acoustic address 2, and the same I do with modem 3 and set it acoustic address to 3. And I'm starting to position the modems. We see here the distance from USBL to modem 2 more than 400 meters and till modem 3 about 800 meters. So I must add that each emulated modem is by default configured to be USBL modem with positioning features. This emulation feature can also be disabled if it is not necessary. Now I want to move a modem. I want to change its position. I will now connect to modem 2 with IP address 1078.32 over port number 11000 and enter 3 numbers with spaces between them. These numbers are the XYZ coordinates of the modem emitters. I will type, for example, 1, 100, 100, enter. And now look to synapse. We should see the modem 2 change its position. Yes. We'll do the same with modem 3. On the right side here on my terminal. And we can set, for example, 50, 50. Look to synapse. So, yes, we have changed both positions. Now let's make things more dynamic. I would like to simulate movement of, for example, modem 3. To do this, I will use a shell command line which will increase, let's say, x and y coordinates by 1 meter each second in a while loop. I have to open my terminal and type it here. While do echo $x coordinate z is static +1 y +1 sleep 1 second, pipe to modem 3. And what do we see in synapse? Modem 3 jumps to coordinates 0, 0, 0 because we started our script from 0, and the modem moves in a straight line. Each node of the virtual modem network can be accessed over its control interface to view and modify the physical layer simulation settings. Here you can change some parameters as position, orientation, frequency range, source level, transmission power, and noise level. Also, you can set the maximum bit error rate. This could be interesting to simulate very bad channel conditions, for example, data transmissions and shallow water in the summertime. To change these parameters, we'll connect to the modem's IP over port 4242. It is open specifically for this purpose. Let us check, for example, its position. So to do that, I connect to modem 1 over port 4242 and check its position. Its position is currently 0050. So all we can check is frequency range. So it is currently set to 1834. We can change it, for example, to modem type 717. Let us imagine this is to emulate the same type of modem hardware as you ordered. So is 717. And let us check if this parameter was set. Yes, it is. Now we can, for example, change the noise level. It is currently 99 dB. I'm setting it to -20, which will make communication between modems impossible. This is too high. So I do it on both sides. Modem 1 and the same to modem 2. And I'm sending a message. Instant message to modem 2. So you see, we did not get acknowledgement back, and the other modem did not receive the message. Now we change noise back to 99 and retransmit the message. So see, the message was delivered, and modem 2 received our test message. Every developer at EvoLogics is using our EvoLogics emulator. Well, for development. In my case, I'm working on MAC and routing protocols, and because these protocols are applicable in the network, my emulator is configured to have multiple modems. So when I'm using the DMACE emulator, I can simulate interesting testing environments close to real conditions, and I can achieve complex network topologies that I need to test my protocols. I hope this tutorial was useful for you. Thanks, and see you in the next video.